My name is Roy Bradley. I'm a resident of the Lowernine. I've been in the Lowernine now for about 40 years. I was here when Katrina hit and I came back afterwards. Katrina is a story that is going to be in the lives of us for the rest of our lives, actually. Katrina is something that's taken away families from each other, sisters and brothers, mothers and fathers. Katrina has taken a lot of things, a lot of living that we're used to in the Lowernine ward. It has changed us, it has changed New Orleans as a whole tremendously. I was here living at this house when Katrina hit in 2005, and I refused to leave for the storm because I never left for any storm. This was a tradition for New Orleans. We stay, we barbecue, we have fun, we eat and we drink, and we weather out the storm. I woke up the next morning on August the 29th and August the 28th, actually, and Bob Breck told everyone that this was their last chance to get out. I think Bob Breck and the decision that I made to leave because the devastation that happened in the night ward, I don't think I could have made it through. You know, with my kids being the age that they were at the time, we couldn't have been on the roof for no 4 or 5 days. That just was, I don't know. After Katrina, we came in. I remember we coming in, it looked like an old Western John Wayne movie. You know, it was dust everywhere. It was flying through. It was like trees down and houses over. And as we walked in, you know, you'll see things, you know, the sofa here, the bed there, clothes there, everything was a mess. And when I first walked in, I was like, it's nothing left. I mean, it's nothing we can save. My wife, she cried from out the car to the house. And then when she opened her closet and saw her clothes all mildew, and she just cried. And I'm like, babe, you're going to flood the house all over again if you keep this crying up, you know. So first I had to, we was in Atlanta at the time, and FEMA had us in a hotel in Atlanta. And FEMA told me if I came back to New Orleans, that there would be a trailer at my house that we can move back in. So when we got back here, there was no trailer. So that was the first thing that we dealt with. So we wind up going from Baton Rouge to here, staying in hotels throughout, you know, back and forth until the trailer came. And I had to go actually on the news on Fox 8 to make a complaint with FEMA, the city, and the mayor about why is there no trailer at my house in the night ward. And the discussion was that the water wasn't right or something like that. So it took about another 2 months before they actually got a trailer, not at my property, but they put it around by my mother-in-law's property. So we was like the first trailer back in the Lord Night Ward. It was me and Sister Hamilton, who stays on Lamar Street, was the first people back in the trailer. So then after that fight to get the trailer, then the next step was to try to get the house back redone. I started working with the cleanup, you know, the debris of the city to help clean up the city. I did work with that for about 2 years. So then I ran into, I was out in New Orleans East, and then I ran into some guys that was videotaping. I was at work, and I shouldn't actually really talk to him, and that's when I came across Rick. Rick Pro is the founder of Lowernine.org in the Lowernine, New Orleans. He's from Maine. He came in, he brought in a group that first, when he looked at my house, everybody, it was all like, just all, you know, we got to help this family, we got to help this family. And I was like, okay, I've heard that over and over and over again, you know. And then he decided to go back to Maine. He said, I'll give you a call. He called me up about 2 weeks later and he said, we coming to fix your house. And I'm still like, okay, I've heard that before. And then he came down, he drove from Maine in a U-Haul. It was Rick and his wife and a couple of more people that came down. And they just came in and they gutted the house first. They gutted it all. They had a group, and I cooked jambalaya and pasta and red beans, and we ate and barbecued out here. They gutted it out, and then they came back again, and they started to do it for the mold, and then they started to just rebuild this whole, just cut the grass, and then they started doing the sheetrock and the roofing, and it was amazing. That was my angels. And then Lowernine, then Rick said, you know what? I got an idea where I'm gonna bring some skilled volunteers in. We're unskilled, and we're gonna train them to do things to help the other people in the neighborhood, to actually to get them to get a skilled person to work with them, to show them how to rebuild, show them how to sheetrock, show them how to do flooring, show them how to do roofing work, show them how to do the back, and then he decided to buy the house. This is another amazing thing, because I was the only house on this block at the time, and we was debating about, hey, we're gonna be back home, but then we're gonna be the only one there. And then Rick said, well, you know what? I'm gonna open the house next door. I'm gonna buy the house next door. I'm gonna get some people to help, and we're gonna buy the house, and we're gonna start Lowernine.org. And I love them next day. I love it. I love it.